former President Jacob Zuma will finally have his day in court. He's always been saying this. He's been saying that he's innocent and that he wants to have his day in court. And what's interesting to note is that the head of the National Prosecuting Authority, Sean Abrahams, was up until last month seen as a close ally of former President Jacob Zuma. And it was now up to Sean Abrahams to make the decision whether to prosecute Jacob Zuma or not. And just to give you some perspective here, in 2009, the then head of the National Prosecuting Authority made a decision to drop the charges against Jacob Zuma. And what happened then was that opposition parties then took this matter to court. And last year, the Supreme Court of Appeal made a decision that they will rescind that decision and that these charges would now have to be reinstated. Sean Abrahams then set up a group of very senior prosecutors to advise him on the charges. They've now come back to him and made their recommendations. And it's on this basis that Sean Abrahams, as the National Prosecuting Authority head, has now made the decision to charge President Jacob Zuma. And as he said, that there are reasonable prospects of a successful prosecution of President Jacob Zuma of the charges facing him. And these charges include racketeering, corruption, money laundering, and fraud, and it relates to a very, very lucrative arms deal. So we can expect former President Jacob Zuma to receive an indictment, the charge sheet, outlining all the charges against him, and then he will have to appear in court. And as Sean Abraham said, he will be indicted in the High Court in KwaZulu-Natal.
Stay tuned.